All right, so today we're going to recreate Bob's Apple Store sheet. You can see across the top we have the merge cells, Bob's Apple Store, and then employee sales chart. So that merge across the top would be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. All right, so, and you can see it on this one here that I have A through G. So I'm going to go on a new screen here. I'm going to merge A through G just like so. And then there's another merge right after it, also of A to G. I'm going to merge that. Make sure you're not starting. Make sure you're paying attention. All right. Now, going back to that. Here we go. Oops, I guess it's not there. Where'd we go? Where'd I lose it to? All right, people, where'd I lose it to? Okay, you can see down here in A3, there's nothing there. Then we have a bunch of text that is all rotated. All right, we have iPads, iPhones, Apple TV, iPods, iMacs. And then our last column here is total devices slash salesperson. All right, now I want to make sure that you know how to rotate text and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and go back up here. So let me type in Bob's Apple Store. I'm going to type in just a lot of information and then go back and do my editing and stuff like that. Employee sales chart. So employee sales chart, like so. All right. And so this one here obviously is bigger. I didn't give you a specific size. Probably, 18, maybe 24. This one's probably about 14. And again, you're at the point where you should be taking some pride in it yourself and making it look nice. The font on that, I didn't tell you to do a font, but the font is something called Arial Rounded, which, I don't know, Arial Black, Arial Rounded, right there. Okay? Now, so there's the top of mine. Now, this next cell here, or next row, I'm going to stretch that really long. All right, because it's going to have that text in there that is rotated. All right, let me actually zoom in on this even some more here for you so you can see that better. All right, so on this one here, this is blank. All right, and you can see that on here, A3 is blank, and then we got iPads, iPhones, and so on. All right, so I'm going to click right here. I'm going to type in iPads and iPhones. And Apple TV, I think, was one of them, and so on. I'm not going to do them all. Now, obviously that doesn't look right, so we have to rotate the text and center it left to right and center it up and down. So you got to do a lot to this text, even though it's not too difficult. So you can highlight chunks. So I'm going to highlight all three of those, and let's do the rotation first. So I want to rotate it up. All right. So I'm going to rotate it up. So now it's rotated. And then I'm going to center it left and right. And then I'm going to see vertical align. I'm going to center it up and down. So now we get that. So centered left to right, centered up and down, rotated up. Okay. I'm going to go to this last one here just because we're going to need that one as well. So that last one is total devices slash salesperson. Okay, so I'm going to type that in, total devices slash salesperson. Okay, and again, I'm going to do that again. So rotate up, center left or right, center up and down. You got that, and you can see it doesn't quite fit in there, so I have to stretch this cell even bigger to make that fit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stretch this cell a little bit more. I got to put some names in here, people's names. Okay, so I got Shirley, Jim, and Ricky. I'm just going to do those ones. So Shirley. What was it? Ricky, Jim, Jimmy. Thank you. All right, and I'm just going to put in pretend numbers right now because it doesn't really matter for me to show you this. Like so. And go up, and so on. All right, so that's good enough. Now, again, when you look at this, you can see everything is centered here, looks nice, up and down, and so on. And then and then so now we need to do total devices sold by each person. So this number right here is going to be a sum of these numbers. Morgan, pay attention to me, not clicking. All right, and then down here is going to be the number of total devices. Okay, so again, there's going to be a couple more numbers here, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to click over here, and I'm going to, for me, I got to go to the triple dots because it's hidden. I'm going to do the sum of these numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's B4 all the way to F4, and we get a sum of 19. Now you do have this autofill option. If you want to figure out how to use that, it's pretty simple. But right now I'm not using it. That's fine. Sum, next 3. Really it's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So even though I don't have anything in here, if I put something in here, because I already selected the cell, you'll see it automatically will recalculate for me. Kind of cool. Alright, and then one more time, I'm going to do the sum down here. And again, these 5 columns are going to add that up. So this means as of right now that, and you're going to make it look nice by highlighting all of this and centering it and so on. But right now we can see that Shirley sold 24 devices. The big seller is Ricky. Ricky sold 26 devices. Now what we want to do is go down here to the bottom, which would be, let's take a look down here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 11th row is total devices. So the 11th row is total devices. Like so. Total devices. I'm going to click where I want this answer. And again, I'll just pretend to fill in some numbers here. Alright. And now I'm going to hit that sum button one more time. Now I'm going to add up. And you can see there are now, shrink this down here, 75%. We sold, or they sold, 42 different iPads. All right. Next one over. Again, we'll do that. And we'll do the sum, and we'll add those up. And as of right now, I didn't fill that in all the way. They only have sold 19 iPhones. Now, the last part here is this corner, is this tricky a little bit here, is this bottom right hand corner. Now, this is like some math stuff right now, like reciprocation or something like that. I'm sure Mr. Simmons would be able to tell you. This bottom corner, this is total devices. This bottom corner would be absolutely every single device that the store has sold. And because of that, it actually doesn't matter if you add left to right or up and down. It's going to be the same answer. No, you don't want to you're going to highlight your totals. So for example, I'm going to put the sum here, and I can either sum it, I can sum up these totals, or I can sum up these totals here. For the sake of I like the way math looks going up and down, I'm going to sum up these totals. So right now we're at 71. Okay. If, and you can see here, if I'm going to just kind of zip through this here super quick. If I were to sum up these totals here, if I did it correctly, it should be 71 as well. Oops, 92. You know why? Because I didn't do these ones down here. So 92 if I add up across, sum, now it should be 92 adding up, 92. See, so it doesn't matter if you add up or add across, it's the total number. Alright, so don't do anything with the chart. Yours needs to look nice and pretty like this. I don't care on colors, I don't care on fonts. The requirement is though, change fonts. It says you pick font styles and sizes, make it look nice. Everything needs to be centered. Right? Replace all the question marks with sums. Any questions on that?